Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So just wanted to show you my latest project I'm building. So this is was an old wine barrel, and I've just cut some doors into it, put these little bronze hinges on, decorative hinges, and yeah, made these little doors. And then inside I've got a shelf, so it's going to be like a drinks cabinet, mini bar. I'm going to give it to my dad for his birthday. Yeah, so it's coming on really well. That's just a bit of like furniture board, laminated furniture board, which I've used a wood dye on it to get the brown colour, and then I just cut a cardboard template and then drew it onto the panel, and then just cut it out with the jigsaw, and it's on little brown plastic L brackets inside. And then the doors are on, they've just got these little catches up there, little compression catches, and they just push in like that. I'm going to clean it all. I need to clean up a bit of white spirit on a like a scouring pad, and I'll just go over it. I cleaned it once already, it was filthy, and that's brought the grain out. And then yeah, just get all the rust off. The metal work, I'm not really going to do much to that. Obviously I've put all these screws in it because I've cut, when you cut the doors, it's only this metal banding that holds them together. So the slats are all actually loose. They're literally wedged in against each other. There's no fixings on them, it's just the banding. And then when they expand against the metalwork, they're just kind of held in. So as soon as you cut the doors, if you don't screw them, if you cut the doors, like all of these bits above would just fall out. So that's why you've got to screw everything first to strengthen it all up. Because as soon as you cut it, everything can move. So yeah, before you cut any panels out, you have to make sure it's all every single one on the banding is screwed. So I just use these little black, these are just little 15mm self tappers. Yeah, so you just got to make sure they don't come through the back. I think the wood's about, well, you can see it there, it's probably what, 18mm, and that's it on the inside. So there's no layer, like waterproof layer. The oak basically waterproofs itself where it expands, and it basically locks it. They lock themselves in against the metal rings. So yeah, if you ever do one of these or anything like this, before you cut any of the doors out, make sure you've got all these bands screwed sufficiently on every single slat, like that in the middle. Just put a screw in, because as soon as you cut anything, they'll all just fall. Yeah. So yeah, it's looking really cool at the moment. So I'm gonna clean it all up and then oil it. Probably use linseed oil or something like that. And yeah, we're gonna see if my dad wants it. This is the top. I'm just working on the top at the minute. So top's just going to be like, I'm going to take this off. This is just like I'd imagine this is like a thing that gets knocked in under these little stays. It keeps the top on, I think, like yeah, I'm not really too sure what that is, but it's quite a cool feature. I was going to leave it on there, but no, I'm going to take it off, sand all this top up, and that'd just be like a drink stand. I might put a piece of glass on it, inlay a piece of glass on it if I can get one that size, a circle piece of glass. But the only thing with that, it'll become like a dust trap. I think it'll get dusty under there. So I don't know yet, but I've got this paint stain here to get off. I chose this side of the barrel because I had it the other way around, because the other side was in better condition. Like this edge here on this side, see there's like quite big chips and all that, because this, I would imagine, was the bottom, but I'm using this as the top of the barrel because this circle panel's got this writing. I don't know if you can see it there, which I thought was really cool, which I wanted to have on display. Some French word, I'd imagine. I think it's wine barrel whiskey. So yeah, I wanted this to be the top, so you can see that. I think that's really cool. That's like an original feature. And then there is a word there as well, which I'm trying to get this paint off, whatever this is here, to keep that word preserved. So that's on the show. So I think that's a really cool effect. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. And it did come as well with this little the original little tap. It's got, I think that's a piece of cork in there at the minute, like a little plug. So that, yeah, that's like the original barrel tap. There's the little handle for it. So that would have went in there. 2 secs. Yeah, so that would have went in there like that, and that would have been the tap to turn it on and off, which I would imagine would have been probably like just, I don't know, I guess it would have just been like stuck in it somewhere around the thing. But there's various, I'll show you inside, there's various like holes. See down there, which they put corks in to like waterproof it. There's various little holes in it everywhere. So, but yeah. But yeah, no, I've seen these done before. Never done one. Always wanted to do one, and I managed to pick this barrel up really cheap at an auction. Paid £17 for it, believe it or not. And yeah, it's been a cool little project so far. It's all gone really well. I haven't had any problems with it. And I think when it's finished, I'll do another little update and show you guys. But yeah, really cool thing. I'm just gonna get a little light, like a little LED light, just to put up in here. Just a little push one, just click on and off. And then yeah, you have like drinks glasses down in there with your glasses and stuff. And then up on the shelf you have your little bottles of whiskey. You can probably have some wine down in there. I'm contemplating getting like one of those like wine glass racks. They clip over the front of the shelf, and they just got like little channels in. You just slot the glasses in. All the glasses then can go on the underside like wine glasses. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not keeping it for myself. We haven't really got anywhere for it. I might do another one if I can pick up another couple of barrels cheap enough. I might, you know, do some more and sell them, because I have seen other people doing these, selling them for like 200, 300 quid. So yeah, great little project to do, relatively easy. There's not really a lot of work involved. When it comes to cutting the doors out, all you do is choose, you don't actually need to cut the side, you just use the end of the panel, the end of the slat. So yeah, all I done was sort of chose how wide I wanted my doors. So I've got mine 3 slats wide, so 1, 2, 3. So you just count. So once you've decided that, you count your 6, and then you find your gap in the middle, and that becomes your center. And then all you do is run the angle grinder down the band in there, and then on your 3 going back the other way there, you run your angle grinder down that band. And then the only cut you need to do is along the top here, which I use the multi-tool for a brand new blade. Run it in under that, using the underside of that metal as a guide, back to your point there, and then did the same at the bottom. Yeah, so the bottom of this, so just sitting the multi-tool on that metal band and just running it along, using that as a guide. And then yeah, the whole lot then just comes out, happy days. And then find your center, run the angle grinder down there, and then the 2 halves fall apart. Obviously again, you've got to have these screws in place before you do any cutting. Make sure these screws are in place, and then yeah, happy days. It's relatively easy. I mean, you can even put your hinges on first, put your hinges on, then do your top cut, and then do your middle, and it'll just be already hinged. But I didn't do that. Yeah, I cut the panel out first, split the doors, and then hinged it up like that. But yeah, it's entirely up to you how you do it, if you want to do one. But yeah, happy days. I'll do an update video when it's done, and go from there. There's the old Seagull engine, all ready to go. I haven't run it for a while, but no, that all runs fine. I was just checking the fuel. Yeah, happy days. Okay, until the next one, I'll see you again. Cheers, bye.